at the conference, you will have the opportunity to interview with different companies. So you want to make sure that you get your STAR stories ready. For those that don't know what STAR stands for, it's an acronym. It stands for situation, task, action, result. So it's a way to respond to interview questions. If someone asks me, tell me about a time that you had to deal with a difficult customer, I would respond by giving them a situation where I worked with a difficult customer in my work experience. I would provide the background. I would explain what the situation was. I would say what my task was. I would describe what the action that I took, and then I would list what the results were of my action. So make sure to think through your work experiences, write out different STAR stories, have them prepared, have them ready. Some of the recommendations that I give, one, make sure you're answering the question at hand. There are a lot of times where I interview candidates and I'll ask them a question and they're giving me an answer that doesn't answer my question at all. And I have to stop them in mid-interview and repeat the question and then I ask them to make sure that they're actually answering my question. If you need to ask the interviewer, hey, can you repeat the question or hey, just so I make sure that I understand the question, uh, my interpretation of the question is that you want to know this. Is that correct? You can ask them for those further up just to make sure that you're understanding what they're asking for, so you're properly answering the question. But I see that happen all the time where people are giving me answers that don't answer the question. Whenever possible, if when you're providing a STAR story, make sure you're quantifying the results. There are a lot of times where I ask questions to interviewers and they'll tell me the situation, they'll tell me the task, their action, and they're not saying any of the results. If you were able to improve a process, if you're able to save costs, if you're able to generate revenue, let me know the exact numbers. Numbers speak volume. So make sure that you're providing those results. And one of the other tips that I provide, make sure you're highlighting what you did specifically. So a lot of times when I'm interviewing candidates, they'll say, we did this, we did that. And naturally, when you're working and on a team, whether it's in school, whether it's at your job, you're not working by yourself. You're doing something collectively with other people. But you had specific tasks that you worked on in that project or that deliverable. So make sure you highlight what you did. Say, I did this, I did that. So that way I can understand what your role is. And I'm not assuming that you may just be talking in general about something that a team did, and you may not have necessarily had any tasks in that particular work. So make sure to highlight what you did specifically.